The views and opinions expressed by the participants on this show are not necessarily those of Stewart Information Services Corporation, Stewart Title, or Stewart Insurance. Before you make any investment, you should seek the advice of your investment advisor or attorney.
Whether you're a real estate broker, realtor, homeowner, buyer, or seller, everything matters when it comes to real estate. This is Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. Stewart Title's Bill Knapik and guests open the door to what really matters in owning, buying, and selling real estate. And now, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title, brought to you by Stewart Insurance. Here to inform, entertain, and inspire, Bill Knapik.
Welcome to the show. It is Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. I am your host, Bill Knapik. What a great cast we have here today. I can hardly wait to get started. First, I want to remind you to go to stewart.com/radio. That's right, stewart.com/radio, where you can not only hear this show, but you can see it as well. And a lot of things to see. Always the guests are interesting. Today is another Go Texan edition. Some of the guests have Western wear on. In fact, yours truly and our first guest, we're wearing cowboy hats. That's right, here in Houston, Texas, as we have the world's largest rodeo and so much more going on this month. We want to celebrate on our show, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. So we're going to talk about real estate. So let's get down to business as we welcome Mary Ann Seba. She is with ERA Legacy Living.
That is correct.
Mary Ann, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Howdy.
So let's get started. You're ready to go?
I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right, let's tell people about your company.
Well, let's see. Been in the business for 16 years. I am with ERA Legacy Living, and our broker over there is Jamila Winsey. If you know her, she is the boss babe. So
she's referred to that, actually.
Absolutely.
I've heard,
absolutely. She's
that.
pretty amazing. She has her hands in just about everything. So
we'll say hello to Jamila.
Hello, Jamila.
She's a regular listener, I heard.
Yes.
Well, let's the marketplace right now. Do you focus on a certain geographic area, or how do you approach your real estate profession here, being in the business for a while?
So with real estate, anywhere that's selling, I'm there. So in 2021, I put over 65,000 miles on my car. It showed over 365 homes.
That's in 2021.
2021.
What was your mileage in 2022? Do you remember?
I lost count.
Did you exceed that?
No, I did. I think so. I'm at 120, so about maybe 35.
Well, and they say
45.
that seems like a lot of miles, but they are saying here in the last, 5 years or so that so many people look on the internet, so they have an idea. Therefore, and we'll use the word theoretically, the realtors aren't driving maybe as much, but apparently there still has to be some driving involved.
Absolutely. We have to open doors.
Opening doors, that's right.
Opening doors.
So let's tell people, as far as the marketplace right now, let's say I'm a buyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there one area, or what are the top two areas that you service? Is it the Katy, Sugar, where?
It's going to be Katy and probably Interloop.
Let's take each one.
Mm-hmm.
Taking Katy, for example.
Yes.
As far as the price point, let's take a number, $400,000.
Yes.
I'm a buyer. I come to you, hey, Mary Ann Seba. Mary Ann, I have $400,000. I'd like to buy a home in the Katy area. What kind of home am I going to be able to get in terms of size and neighborhood, new construction? What's going to happen for $400,000? If anything, maybe we need to raise the dollars.
Well, we always have to raise the dollars lately.
All right.
Lately with the inflation on everything. But for $400,000, you're going to be in a single family home, 1 story, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and probably around the 2010 year.
2010.
2010.
Well, my house is older than that, so 2010 is not that bad.
It's
really.
not that bad. I mean, it's got all the bells and whistles.
And with the market as it is right now, with that same price point, what kind of supply is there? Is there things to because it was harder before?
It
but
was really
what about
hard.
Right now?
Right now, it's still difficult, especially on a used home. Now we're looking at new home inventory. Now there is plenty of new home inventory, and with $400,000, you can get a deal.
All right, let's switch.
But you got to have a good agent to go in there and negotiate for you.
Someone like you.
Someone like me.
Mary Ann Seba.
Mary Ann Seba.
With a cowboy hat on.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm thinking new home. All right, let's take that new home because, quite frankly, it's nice to have a brand new home.
Absolutely.
Energy efficient windows, new construction, that whole new home smell.
Yes.
And I'm hearing, correct me if I'm wrong, there are some builders giving incentives.
Huge.
Is that happening?
Huge incentives. Huge incentives to both the agent and the buyer. So we're looking we've seen it up to 50,000 in upgrades with the 4% commission to 6%.
So in terms of, again, the Katy area, where are the new homes at? So, for example, let's take...
Because we're running out of land.
Right, exactly. Everything...
You got to buy it.
Every direction. I mean, north, east,
That's right.
southeast, and west.
Yes.
We're expanding. So I'm in the Green Trails area where I live, and I don't see new construction. How far out do we have to go to get that new construction?
Wild West. No, you're
Further
gonna
west.
Yes, further west. You're going to go southwest. The southwest quadrant is actually expanding that way, but west, and then you have the northwest as well, like Cane Island.
Right. So speaking of Cane Island, is there inventory out there now?
There
I'm curious.
is, but it won't. 400,000 is not going to take you very far,
So in
sir.
Cane Island, how much we're at there?
You're going to have at least 500.
500, 550 to be safe
550 to
for
be
something
safe.
nice in Cane Island, and then they go pretty high up there in Cane Island.
It does, but
Depends.
what a neighborhood!
It's nice, yeah.
It's great.
You're close to the Buc-ee's out there.
You
know that, right?
So
You ever go there?
I've always wanted to get a job at Buc-ee's so I could just spend the
They're
paycheck
hiring.
on the
Last
beef
time I was there, they had
beef
the sign.
jerky. I'm obsessed with their beef jerky. They actually took a really good one off, Trail Boss.
Well, that's funny. The last 2 times I was at Buc-ee's, and I went there specifically to buy their barbecue sandwich. No
so
other
good.
reason. They're hiring. They have
Oh
the
yeah,
signs.
and did you see what they're paying an hour?
I would think that, yeah. So that's a cool spot. And if you live at Cane Island, you're close to Buc-ee's.
Yeah, you can
Ride
go
your
get
bike
dinner.
there.
Mm-hmm.
As far as real estate, you're helping buyers and sellers. So that means, Marianne Seba, that if I want to sell my home, right?
Call me up.
Call you up, but it would be pretty easy to sell in that Katy area, as we're still talking about that area.
Yes, but then also too, it's not about just easy to sell, because people, especially today with the interest rates being a little higher, our buyers are just more cautious about their money. So you have to get a listing agent who's going to come in and who's going to get your house ready. So it's not about just putting it up and selling.
Oh, of
but
course,
yes,
right.
of course, Katy market, it's hot.
So the Katy market is still hot.
Absolutely.
As far as some of the things that you use, again, from the sellers as you're helping sellers, as far as the marketing and technology, social media, what kind of things do you use there, if any?
Oh, well, I mean, we do live in the age of technology.
I'm aware
It's
of that.
2023. We love our videos. We love social media. We love all our gadgets. As we're using here, all different everything. And then also we're using a database, our CRMs, which are so advanced these days and so smart. The more you use it, the more it works.
And then as far as the listing, how often do you, most listings certainly have pictures, and it's amazing how many don't have professional pictures, but most of them do,
yes,
we'll say, here
yes.
in Houston. However, every once in a while I'll look at a property and it's like, wow, how about having a professional photographer?
Right.
That said,
Agreed.
So that's a good thing. That's kind of a standard. However, how often on the listings do you see the virtual tours? And is that really effective? Does that help, where you walk through the home with the camera? Do you use that?
I do not.
Or is that
do
a
not.
little cumbersome?
It depends on the property. It really depends on the property. If we have it depends.
Okay, we'll put that down as an official it depends answer. Quite frankly, I use that a lot for almost anything. In fact, I'm reminding myself to use that answer more today when people ask me a tough question. Exactly.
It depends.
All right. Well, that's a good point. I don't think you really need it, but it's there.
I honestly don't think
it's a nice thing.
You do need it. Now, I did have a friend that was doing it, so at a good price, I was able to have him in. But then we went through this crazy market the last few years, so it wasn't needed. Now, do I foresee in the future that that's something else that I'll utilize again? Absolutely, because some homes, because we have the buyers that are more cautious about their money, we may need to use those extra tools.
And speaking of extra tools, again on the selling end, what about the home staging? How big is that still a big thing? For a while, the market was so hot, I think the home stagers weren't as popular. But what about right now? What do you think about home staging?
So if you follow me, you would see that I go in at the very beginning. I lay mulch. I pull weeds. I go in. I bring in.
You
yes,
put in
sir.
mulch?
Yes, sir.
That's a
I
first.
do. Absolutely. And I will go in.
Really?
I will stage your home myself. I have a storage full of stuff. And I will even go in and help you declutter and get it ready. So
That sounds like full service.
it's full service.
You know, years ago we had a realtor, a broker that they said they actually did baseboards, and that was the first I ever heard of that.
I've got a video of me doing baseboards.
Even baseboards.
Yes, painting them with the little.
You know, I think painting's the way to go because it's, quite frankly, are easier. It's easier than cleaning.
Oh, well, you have
and
to
I'm
clean
speaking
first.
of my own house.
I had to clean first.
I'd paint right over the baseboard.
We love that texture style.
Don't tell anybody. Sounds like the market's still pretty good.
Market's good.
You're helping people.
Of course.
So before we close this segment, Marianne Seba, what else do you want people to know?
Yes, absolutely. If we're talking about today's market,
Yes.
you know, just hold tight. Hold tight. And if you are wanting a home, find yourself a really great agent that's going to help you prepare for that and stay in your budget because, again, buyers are very aware of their money today. And so you want to be sure that you have an agent that is going to guide you from beginning to end.
And how can people reach you?
So you can reach me on all my social media at Marianne Seba on Facebook, The Realtor Mom on Instagram, and Seba Sells on TikTok. TikTok's a fun one. Check me out.
If someone wants to give you a call,
713-614-3975.
sounds like you said 713-614-3975.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
As we continue with another Go Texan edition, let's talk to Azalea Mathis. She is with Energy Realty. Azalea, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm super excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. In fact, to have you on the show during when the azaleas are blooming, that's kind of, I don't know how that worked out.
Right.
That's tremendous.
Perfect timing.
Your first name is Azalea. How
That's
beautiful.
Right. That's right. Thank you.
Well, let's tell people, you are with Energy Realty.
Correct.
Let's tell people about the company.
Yes, so Energy Realty, we're based out of the Energy Corridor, but we just opened an office in Katy, and my broker is Sherry Campbell, and I've also started a team under Energy Realty as well, the Azalea Mathis Homes team, and so I'm excited. Yeah.
I think you have an edge. That Azalea is easy to remember, and I see, by the way, I see the new office all the time as I go to Costco to get gas.
Oh, yeah,
or
that's
go
right.
to Costco for other reasons.
Or if you go to Andretti's.
Oh, that's right. They have the
Right there.
Andretti's. Yes. How about that area? Sherry must have had some kind of vision because
Honestly.
just when the office opened till today, all the new things, there's like a miniature golf, I think.
Everything. That area is booming.
Super restaurants.
Yes.
Very strategic.
Definitely.
So let's tell people, as you are, and are you helping people with their buying and selling in the Energy Corridor and even there at the 99 and I-10 corridor, we'll call it?
Yes, definitely. We do buying, selling, leasing, and I also have an agent on my team that does commercial as well, so we can help with commercial or residential.
Interesting how we were talking about an energy corridor, and now that 99's been there for so long, that's a whole new corridor, isn't it? And all the stuff
definitely.
in between.
I feel like Houston is slowly connecting. Houston is slowly connecting because if you think Cypress and Katy were two different places, and now we're all connected with that beautiful stretch of the 99 there.
There's not an empty spot anywhere,
No.
or fixing not to be anyway.
We're running out of room.
It's fascinating. I like that area a lot out there.
It is. It's really nice. I love the restaurants out there. It's just a great spot to be in, and I think wonderful place to invest in also. And if you're interested in getting properties to lease, there's the college that's opening there as well.
What
so
college?
It's,
What's
I think
that?
it's HCC.
There's a campus coming out. When is it by 99?
By 99, right behind the office where we have our office. It's right in that area right there. They're building it up right now.
Well, I think if someone were to take either a drone or a helicopter ride around this area that we're talking about, and for those that are in Houston, certainly they know this is West Houston. However, if you're listening outside of Houston on the internet, maybe Pennsylvania or wherever else, California, to study the area of the kind of businesses, the kind of homes that are the Amazon, the giant Federal Express, there's a giant that area is really telling as to what's being put there, both residential and commercial.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I mean, when I moved here in 2004, that was just dirt out there. And now it's really, really actually metropolitan, I would say. It's a lot of really nice restaurants, great things to do, especially if you go down the 99, going through Cinco Ranch, And then through Harvest Green and Aliana, it's really beautiful.
It's another part of the Houston universe.
That's right.
Now, you moved here when?
In 2004.
Where'd you come from?
From Los Angeles, California.
We hear about people coming from California all the time, but
I started it.
So Azalea started the whole darn thing.
Yeah. I went back, talked to everybody, and now everyone's moving over.
So now the answer does not have to be it depends. Now we know Azalea started
That's it.
We're going from there.
Right.
What motivated you to leave California?
Well, actually, it was in my previous life. No, I wasn't a realtor, but I came here. Oh, I wish. No, actually, a little bit more humble. I came as a teacher with Teach for America, and they actually placed me here, and I did not want to come. Coming from California, I thought Texas was, I even questioned, I'm very embarrassed to say this right now, but I questioned whether there was paved roads. I thought people were out here with their horses, riding around with their lassos, right? I mean, California, that's what we think, right? But I was very pleasantly surprised.
You didn't get out much. When you're in California, you didn't leave too often, did you?
No. I had my nice little nook there. But no, I was so pleasantly surprised, and I loved Houston. And what I love about Houston is the people. It's so diverse. People are very down to earth. Very, very friendly. That Southern hospitality thing, all of that is present right here. And so that's why I love Houston.
And no doubt about it. In fact, it's interesting that when I got here to Houston way back, and I was living in Chicago, just a year and a half in Chicago. And by the way, the people in Chicago, in the suburbs where I lived, and the people they were all very friendly too. So when I got to Houston visiting, I'm thinking, hey, this is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
The economic excitement was there. The people were friendly. And guess what? Decades later, they still are. And you're saying it too.
That's right. So I got stuck here, and I'm happy to be stuck here. And yeah, now I'm here.
But think about this. I think about California every now and then because I like to vacation there.
Yes.
The cost of gas, it's probably up to $7 plus.
Just the cost of gas. We always hear about gas, but I just went back there about 2 weeks ago
to see friends or family.
Actually, for a real estate conference.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I also made it out there to see some friends too. But I would go to CVS and get a pair of tweezers was like $5, and I was like, "This is insane. How are people even living here?" So it's wonderful to visit. Me personally, I will go visit, get my 2-week fill in, go to the beach, do all that stuff, and then come right back home to Houston.
Are you a surfer?
No, I never got into
That's one of the things
surfing.
that I used to like to see.
Really?
I don't surf, but I like seeing the surfers when I go out there.
They're amazing. I don't have that much balance.
So when you are helping buyers right now in the I-10 from the energy, let's tell people, first of all, we use the term energy corridor, and of course your company, Energy Realty. Where does the energy corridor actually, let's define that. Where does it begin? At Wilcrest or where?
Great question. It's a little bit.
The first good question.
It's a little bit, gray and a gray area, not quite black and white.
Where is it?
But I think the main part of Energy Corridor is Eldridge Parkway.
Gotcha.
So Eldridge Parkway from I-10 to just about Westheimer is your main base energy corridor. Now, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, that's also included. But I would say energy corridor probably starts at about Dairy Ashford to Highway 6, and then from I-10 to about Westheimer.
A lot of stuff, so many things going on there as well.
Yeah.
So as you are helping, let's take the sellers these days. When you're helping a seller in anywhere in the area that you just mentioned, how are you advising the seller right now?
Sure.
Will my house sell quickly, or what do you think?
It's a little bit of a tricky market right now because the interest rates has really put buyers in a mode that they are questioning how much money they want to spend.
Every dollar counts.
Exactly. And closing costs, and also the prices have gone up so much as well. For some people, it is a very big decision. So what we tell them is right now, buyers are very price sensitive and condition sensitive. So I always say there's 2 things that sells homes: pricing and presentation. Those 2 things are what we need to focus on and make sure that we're pricing it according to market. We're not adding an extra $50,000 in there, hoping somebody will love it and pay for it. We also have to put a focus on presentation. So, cleanliness, staging, professional photography, videography, all of those things to make it beautiful and expose it to a wide range of market.
It has to look, feel right and be ready to move in, right?
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, I don't think things have changed where the buyers, they want it ready to go.
Yes.
And even 6 months ago, a year ago, the more ready, the better.
That's right. That's right. Right now, people really just want to come in. Think about it. They're spending all this money on the loan. They don't want to come in and then spend another $20,000, $30,000 on renovating the house. So really, the more move-in ready a house is, it's more beneficial for them on the market.
We're talking with Azalea Mathis with Energy Realty. Again, on the listing side, when you're helping someone, let's take the last 5-10 listings that you've had, when these people are listing their home to move somewhere, where are they going? Are any of them going out of state? Are they leaving Texas?
Good question, yeah.
Or are they just going for another place and maybe they're going to Canada or wherever?
Yes.
Where are they going?
So, I mean, I work with a wide range of people.
Right.
So
Just say the last 10 or so, the last couple.
10, I would say some of them are moving out of state. Some literally moved down the street into a bigger or smaller house. And then some were investors where they flipped the house and they're just selling it to maximize their investment.
I wonder when they leave the state, what state they go to.
Well, my clients went to Virginia. I had some clients go to Virginia. Some clients go to Ohio.
Really?
So kind of, I'm very shocked. Colder states, but I guess they wanted to be around foresty areas. You know,
some people like cold weather,
Not
like
me.
me. No, I do like a cool. I don't like Minnesota cold,
Not
or
me.
Chicago cold, but I like a cool.
I think
temperature.
I can count on my right hand how many times I've seen snow in my life.
And then
that's
when you get to buyers that come in, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say you've helped buyers that come from other states, right?
yes.
So when that happens, how many of them are surprised when you tell them there's no state income tax? Or do most of them already know that? But
they, now with the age of Google, they've done tons of research before even coming here. So they know our property taxes are a little higher, but they know that we don't pay a state income tax. So really what they're coming here for, mainly the ones that I know that are from out of state, is because they love Texas. They love the environment. Maybe they have a family member here that lives here that's that's told them what a wonderful thing it is. So they've already done their research in terms of property taxes and also state income tax. But
So-
it's always a plus too.
again, out of the 10 buyers that you've served, how many came from out of state?
I would say,
Roughly.
sure. Like maybe 3.
And
Not
out
too
of
many.
the 10 buyers that you're helping, how many are cash buyers?
Oh, good question. I personally, my last few transactions have not had a lot of cash buyers, but there's an agent on my team that has worked with many clients with cash. Recently, yes.
We're talking with Azalea Mathis, Energy Realty. We'll say hi to Sherry Campbell, huh?
Hi, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry. So before we close this segment, Azalea, what else do you want people to know?
Well, that I'm here to help. I'm happy to help with buying, selling, and leasing. And we are just super excited to give full service to all of our clients. We really care about each and every one of them. We're happy to help. So give us a call.
And they can reach you by calling.
713-304-5361.
Again, that is
713-304-5361.
Azalea Mathis. Thank you,
Yes,
Azalea.
Thank you.
In today's litigious society, it is imperative to have the proper insurance to offset the many risks facing your business, especially if you're a real estate broker. Your errors and omissions and cyber liability insurance can help limit the threat of these risks if you know what to look for. Not sure if your insurance addresses the risks facing your business? Contact Stewart Insurance to be confident your brokerage can withstand these risks. Stewart Insurance, 866-798-2827. StewartInsurance.com. That's StewartInsurance.com or call 866-798-2827.
It's time to talk property management. We have Ibi Al-Rikabi and Ali Taya. They are with Real Property Management. Oh, yeah, in Sugar Land, Texas. Hey, guys, welcome to the show.
Hey, Bill. Thank you so much for having us today.
Hi, how are you? We are really good.
So let's tell people about your company.
Yes, absolutely. So RPM is the largest company, property management brand nationwide. And RPM Sugarland is the newest branch here in Houston, Texas. We are a full-service property management as well as real estate investment advisors for our clients.
And give us an idea as far as company distinctions in the property management world. I know a lot of people, there's other property management companies, even realtors dabble in property management, and some do it in a more dedicated way. But let's tell people some of your distinctions.
Right. We are a premium service provider. We provide a turnkey, effortless solution for our property owners. And I think EB can provide a list with all the services that we provide.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we start off, and I always tell my clients that we offer a free market rent analysis. You don't need pretty much to hire us to get a free market analysis. We started from make-and ready, premium marketing and listing, tenants and pets screening if you're going to be allowing pets into your property, rent collection, maintenance coordination, and 24/7 emergency response. We also provide home watch program.
What's the home watch program?
It's pretty much if the owners they don't want to have any tenants there and they're out of state.
Okay, but almost like a babysitting.
Exactly.
Right? In
Yeah.
other words, I don't have tenants, but I want you to watch my property for a period of time.
We are the nanny of real estate.
So that is the nanny concept.
Yes.
I didn't know that was even available.
Oh, it is.
That's awesome. So
I know.
as far as the people then that you're helping, families, I guess investors too, right? Individuals,
Yes.
investors,
Yes.
and families as far as managing the property. Give us an idea of some of the things that we know what you're doing, but as far as the people that you're helping the most. For example, a lot of people might have an extra home, or they say, I might wait till the market gets better, or whatever they think better is, and I want to rent out my home. A lot of people just try doing it themselves, right?
Right.
So that would be a prime candidate for your services, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of our clients are homeowners who doesn't want to be having the burden of managing a property. Property management, it's not easy.
I imagine it's not.
It is not. It's harder than you think. And the thing is, a lot of people, they have full-time jobs. So there is no time for them to manage a property. They need a professional property manager in order to have take care of all communications, all screening, tenant screening, pretty much putting the right tenant in their home, taking care of their property, making sure they're legal compliance, all of these things that we follow in order to have our owners have a return on their investment.
And also, there's so much liability. I think when someone decides or thinks they can do it themselves, there's a lot of pitfalls in terms of the legalities, the laws, and correct me if I'm wrong, they're ever changing or they're constantly evolving, right?
Yes.
So as a property management company, you have to be on top of that.
Yes, absolutely. We follow every law in the state of Texas. We
as far as the pitfalls,
yes.
if I have a rental property or even two, let's tell people as far as how you're helping them stay on top of the legalities involved with property management, because there's so many issues and details that you have to be on top of. And your company does that, right?
Yes, we are a franchise, so we have a very successful business model that we follow. All our leases, contracts, everything are legal compliance with the state of Texas. Pretty much everything that we do is just to protect. We are the advocate of our owners, our investors.
One of the big things I think would be, if I'm renting property out, is the rent collection.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So let's say, and I guess rent's due the first of the month or at a given time.
Mm-hmm.
So as the property management company, what happens if someone doesn't pay the rent on the first? Does that happen very much?
I mean, it happens. There's a lot of life circumstance from the tenant side, and they will be late on payments, things like that. But we have a law that we follow. We have a contract. It's in the contract, pretty much the third of each month they're late. On the fourth, there will be a late payment. There will be, God forbid, eviction that's
right.
going to go afterwards if we don't get the payment by the third, things like that.
Because if I'm the property owner, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you're the manager, your company is the manager,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, hey, where's the? I'm asking you, hey, did they pay the rent or did you get it yet? Does it work like that?
Oh yeah, they would be asking questions. All our owners are like we have very very strong relationship with them. So they would be asking us, even texting through texting. They would be texting us and asking, "Hey, where's my rent?" And we're pretty much let them know. Okay,
Keep
well,
them apprised
keep
of
them
what's going on.
updated
Exactly,
of what's going on. Yeah.
So as far as the property management world right now, how's the market for you guys?
The Houston market housing, I mean, it's competitive, as you can see. Houston, the Woodlands, Sugarland Metro home values have gone up to 8.7% over the past year. On the other hand, in January 2023, which is last month, Houston home prices were down 2.3% compared to last year. On average, homes in Houston sell about within 49 days.
And what about, I'm assuming the rental price has gone up here in the last couple of years?
Oh, yes. It's gone up because, you know, a lot of people are considering renting than buying because of the interest rate. Okay, so it is a buyer's market right now. And that's pretty much what steered all these owners to consider leasing instead of buying and selling.
And your company, Real Property Management, you're focusing on Sugarland, right?
All Houston area.
All of Houston.
Yes.
So as far as what would you say the average leasing price is, if there's an average? I mean, is it $3,000 a month? That's almost, as far as renting a home. Is that the price for the average rental home, or I guess they go up to $5,000 even, or depends on the size?
It does depend on the size, the area, square footage, how many beds and baths. These are for sure. School zones are really big.
That would be very big.
Yeah. And it is. Usually, I mean, I would say about 25 to 3,000.
So that's what you're seeing as far as your average collection, let's say, as you're helping the owners.
Yes.
Well, give us an idea, Ali. What else should we know from your perspective, and how do you guys work together? You're part of a team, I suppose. So let's tell people your role.
I'm more of taking a backseat for EB because she is the one who is in contact with all the clients, all the owners, all the tenants. For me, I just provide the back office support. We rely a lot on technology. We have really good software, state of the art actually, for both owners and tenants. For the owners, they can check their rent collection, they can see their tax documents, they can also approve quotes if there's any repair needed from them. So it's pretty seamless. They can just go online, see everything is in there. They have a dashboard. They can just check all the good stuff. For the tenant, on the other hand, they can also pay the rent, and they just issue a work order or something if they have any issue for it.
So if I'm a tenant in one of the properties, and I guess the classic thing, the air conditioner goes out, right?
Yeah.
So what and let's say it's at 11 o'clock at night. So
oh my God, that's a pain.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's not easy.
It is not easy. That's a funny story. Night before Thanksgiving last year,
weekend, right?
I know, one of the properties that I manage, pretty much the water heater
exploded,
and there's water leaking all around the house.
Oh, no.
It was in the attic.
We had to evacuate the tenants, send them to
That's horrible. Well,
check them into a hotel at 2 a.m. in the morning, sending a mitigation company, water mitigation company the next day, sending contract. During the holidays. It was a trip.
Well, that's a classic right there. There's the reason you need a property manager, right?
Exactly.
I mean, if there's anyone out there even thinking you could do it yourself,
yeah, because
that reason alone.
A lot of owners, they don't understand, like they don't know what to do next. Like, oh my God, they would get panic. Like, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do if this breaks up or that breaks up?
But you all knew what to do. You sprung into action and took care of the tenant. And
we have a list of vetted vendors that we deal with. So pretty much if there is any issue, breakdown, we're going to be sending those vetted vendors to help us know to diagnose what the issue is.
We're talking with Ibi, Al, Rikabi, and Ali, Taya with Real Property Management in Sugar Land. Well, guys, before we close the segment, what else should we know?
Yes. So we're continuously improving our services and hoping to better serve our community, taking property management service to another level. I know there is a lot of stereotype for property management, but we're trying to change that. I can promise you that for sure. By helping our owners to have more education on real estate investing and expanding their portfolio and helping our tenants to achieve the American dream by becoming homeowners.
So if someone's out there that needs property management or wants to reach out to you, what should they do, Evie?
They can call us. They can always come by to our office by the Town Square, Sugar Land Town Square area, or they can reach us at 832-333-9923 or to the email address info@rpmsugarland.com.
And I'm sure they probably want to see the website. What's your website?
It is rpmsugarland.com.
rpmsugarland.com. And you can call 832-333-9923.
That is correct.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Bill.
If you're a real estate professional, then listen closely. Cyber criminals are targeting our industry. They are impersonating real estate professionals, homebuyers, sellers, and title agents. Does your business insurance offset these risks? Not sure? Contact Stewart Insurance to determine if your business is properly insured. Visit stewartinsurance.com or call 866-798-2827. Visit stewartinsurance.com or call 866-798-2827.
Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title would not be possible without our partner Stewart Insurance. With a focus in real estate and a special focus on real estate brokers, Stewart Insurance creates insurance plans to address the risks facing our industry today. They invest a significant amount of time helping real estate broker owners offset and manage those risks. Here he is with Stewart Insurance, John Bramlett. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bill. Always a pleasure.
Here we are. Insurance is ever present, and people crave the knowledge in this segment every week. I'm hearing that all the time. So what are you bringing forth today?
Today we're going to talk about how to pick the right insurance advisor.
I believe there would probably be a step one to this process.
There would be a step one to this process, and that step one is the advisor building you a plan, whether it be for your personal insurance, your home, wind, auto, flood, motorcycle, vacation home, rental property. Are they building you a plan for your business insurance? If you're a property management firm, a real estate broker, an independent title and attorney agent, are they building you an insurance plan or are they selling you a policy? And I think that's a huge distinction. Are they taking the time to find out what your needs are, what your concerns are, sharing with you maybe some concerns that you're not aware of, that you should be aware of, and building a plan off of that versus just throwing out a policy to sign?
Sounds like you're laying the foundation of building a relationship.
Absolutely. It truly is a relationship builder, and that kind of goes back towards the second part of that is, are you treated like a client or are you treated like a customer? So if you're treated like a customer, that's going to be a transactional situation. We're going to check a box, we're going to make a phone call, we're going to get you as quickly as possible a policy, get you signed up and move forward. Or are you treated like a client? Are they taking the time to understand you? Do you feel like that you're the only one they're working with at that time? Or do you feel like they're trying to get off the phone or get out of the appointment to go to the next? So that's the second one is, are you treated like a client versus being treated like a customer?
And I'm going to also add, as we're in this world of technology, I remember working with an insurance company, buying an insurance from a company, and they were so into technology, they were distant in terms of building the relationship to a fault to where I'm like, hey, I don't want to have to make another password. I don't want all this automated stuff. I want to pick up the phone, call the insurance associate, advisor, agent, and talk to them about my needs and not be at an arm's distance. And that's happening a lot these days, not at Stewart Insurance, but at some companies.
Well, that's
what I'm talking about.
No, it's a valid point, and I think EB gave us a perfect example of that earlier, that she talked about the service that they provide and that they make sure that that their clients understand what they need to be able to do to be successful in their investment property, and how EB's team can help them in that plan. But she has technology on the back end that makes that a smoother, more efficient process. And we'll do the same thing, that we have the technology that allows it to be a smoother process, but it's still the relationship. When you call Stewart Insurance, somebody's going to answer the phone during business hours. You're going to speak with an advisor that's trained, that understands your business or your area. Our advisors have the ability to provide options because we are an independent broker. Whether it be business insurance or personal insurance, we have options that we can provide. So it's not just, well, I work for X company, so I can only offer what they have. We can tailor that plan based upon what your needs are. So we do have options both for personal insurance as well as business insurance.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned EB, because one of the things she brought forth that I didn't think about was how they watch your home, even if there's no one in it. That whole nanny thing. It makes me want to get a second home just so they could watch it.
You've wanted a second home for
that doesn't make financial sense, maybe, but
No, but it does. But it does make sense if you're going to have that second home. I do think it's worth it.
Someone watch it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's just like you need Mary Ann to walk you through that process of buying or selling, or you need a Azalea to walk you through that process of buying, selling. You need somebody to walk you through the process of managing your property, and you need somebody to walk you through that process of being properly insured.
It's great to know about that's part of the great thing about this show. We're bringing light to things that sometimes some people think are obvious, but here we're reminding them and sometimes bringing something forth that's new.
Absolutely. I think another area that is probably underrated, but I think is important when you're looking for an insurance advisor, is this idea of passion. Do they care about insurance, or is it just a transaction? Do they care that you're properly insured, or are they just trying to make a commission? Are they always learning? Because as all of our guests talked about today, things change every day in the industry. So are they keeping up to speed on what's happening in the marketplace? Are they keeping up to speed what's available from a coverage perspective? Are they keeping up to speed on the best ways to deal with a client and to help our clients be successful? So that passion for what they do, I think, is critical. And part of that passion is, are they focused in your area? So do they focus on real estate? Do they understand real estate? A perfect example is I recently worked with a client on writing their professional liability, their errors and omissions. And we were comparing what they currently have with the option that we were providing. And what they currently had was a decent errors and omissions plan, but it wasn't crafted specifically for real estate. The partners that we work with, the errors and omissions plans that we can offer are those that are crafted specifically for the real estate professional. So really understanding what your business is important, whether it's a property management firm, an independent title attorney agent, or a broker. The same with a homeowner, understanding what those different options are and what the challenges are for insurance in Houston versus Dallas versus San Antonio versus Des Moines,
Florida
versus Florida. So having somebody understand those markets and be able to say, this is what you can expect and why.
Well, on that note, we want to remind people as they hear us at the time of broadcast right here in Houston, Texas, sure, you're serving all the people right here in Houston. However, people all over the country can enlist the services of Stewart Insurance by simply making a phone call, no matter what state they're in, right?
Absolutely. We have clients both on the personal side and the business side all over the U.S., and we're happy to help them. They can reach us at 866-798-2827. That's 866-798-2827.
And just because we're based here, we're helping people all over. And quite frankly, there may not be the insurance companies of the caliber of Stewart Insurance in a local market like Minnesota or somewhere else. We don't know. I don't know what's up there, but I do know that at Stewart Insurance, people answer the phone, and you could build a relationship with your insurance advisor.
Absolutely. In fact, if our clients or prospective clients aren't willing to build that relationship, and it can be done in a number of ways, but if they're not willing to build those relationships, to invest the calories, if you will, to have that conversation, then we're probably not a good mix. But if you are willing to invest a little bit of time so that you understand the risk you're taking on as an individual versus the risk you're placing on the insurance partner, it really does turn out to be a great relationship and in many cases a long-term relationship. Well, if you'd like to be properly insured, whether it be for your business insurance or your personal insurance, you can reach us at 866-798-2827. That's 866-798-2827. You can visit us online at stewartinsurance.com, or you can email us at stewartinsurance@stewart.com.
The phone number again is
866-798-2827.
And we finally found out why people left California. Azalea started the whole process.
She did. So it was first there was a gold rush.
I always wondered.
It was a gold rush to California, and now it's the azalea rush outside of California. So we've named it today, the Azalea Rush.
It happened. Now we know, and now it's...
Thank you, Azalea.
Thank you, Azalea.
Thank you,
Let
Azalea.
the word go forth. So thank you so much, John Bramlett with Stewart Insurance. And now we're going to bring Mary Ann Seba back as we wind up the show. Hey there, Mary. Hey, you're back.
You missed me?
Did you? I did miss you. Were you having your third cup of coffee?
No, no.
You know the thing about coffee, I love. Must love coffee.
I love coffee.
I keep wanting another cup.
I know
love
it's
coffee.
addicting.
So before we close the show, what else do you want people to know about what you're doing out there in the real estate world, helping buyers and sellers?
Well, there's a lot. Do we have enough time?
No.
We
only
okay.
have about a minute. But a key point. What's that? Jamel? What's Jamela?
Jamela.
All right, we say hi to her once again.
We are,
and get her
hi,
on the show
Jamela.
someday. But okay.
Okay.
What
Okay.
else?
Can I come back?
Of course.
Okay. I'll bring her.
Bring it.
I'm
Jamela.
down.
She's actually a lot of fun. I've heard her
She
on
is
on
so
the
much
air
fun. Yeah.
somewhere else. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Yes. She has her own podcast too.
here you are helping buyers and sellers. So let's tell people, how can they reach you if they would want to enlist your services?
Well, again, phone number 713-614-3975. And all the social media, the Realtor Mom on Instagram, Mary Ann Seba on Facebook, and Seba Sells on TikTok.
Seba Sells. I like that.
Seba Sells Group.
That has a good ring to it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you're mentioning the social media platforms. Give us a word on, what about Facebook? Do you use Facebook?
I do.
And is it effective?
It is. It is. It's a good way to keep in contact and also network. I've got a large group of realtors, people in the lending business, title companies.
Every now and then I hear that Facebook is waning, or it's not a good place to be. I use it for this show, right? But otherwise, it's still okay.
No, it's still good. It's still thriving.
Okay.
It's where I have probably the most followers.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also,
and Katy, Texas Homes and Happenings.
All right.
That's a business.
And your phone number again is
713-614-3975.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
She is back, Azalea Mathis. Azalea, she's with Energy Realty, and start at the rush from California to here. What's going to happen next, Azalea? Here we are. You're in Houston, doing well, helping buyers and sellers all the time. What else should we know?
Well, I just want to say that we are a full-service real estate team. I know that term gets thrown out, but you were mentioning
That's the first time it was thrown out here today.
Right? Oh, that's true. That's true. No, we're full service.
Full service.
What I love to do is, being a former teacher, I love making sure to give information to all of my clients.
Important.
Informed buyers, informed sellers make the best decisions. So what we do is, for the listing side, we definitely go through the whole process. We provide them with many different vendors that can help them get their house ready. We also do the professional photography, professional videography, the 3D tours, 2D floor plans, because as you know, a lot of people are coming from out of state. So the more that they can see on the internet, the more they're going to love that house and come and fall in love with it in person.
That's right. For a while, we were hearing about people buying the house before they
Sight
ever
unseen.
actually see it. They see it on the video and the FaceTime and all that.
That's right.
Does that still happen?
Yes, and I've actually gotten clients as well from social media, from my videos. And so it's been a really, really incredible experience with that, too.
I would think, I know if I were buying something sight unseen, I'm not sure how I would feel about it. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I could see applications where I could, but that's still kind of scary because you've seen the pictures. Now you're going to have to really trust the real estate professional helping you
Absolutely.
in a big way.
I personally don't recommend it. My clients get really excited sometimes, and I always tell them it's better to see it in person. However, luckily in Texas, we have our option period So
that's
worst
right.
case scenario, and unfortunately, I don't like to do that, but with the competitive market that we had last 2 years, sometimes it was necessary. So
Azalea
Yes.
Mathis. So let's tell people how they can reach you.
absolutely, you can reach me on the phone. You can also check out my social media. Like I said before, I love to give people information. I think it's really important for them to have a really good knowledge of the process.
Do you use Facebook also?
I do use Facebook. The thing with social media is each platform caters to a different audience. So you have to be careful on what you're sharing on which platform.
Good point.
So, yes. So on Facebook, I'm Azalea Mathis at Energy Realty. On Instagram and TikTok, you can find me at azalea.realestate. And I would love to connect with you there, or just old-fashioned telephone number, 713-304-5361.
713-304-5361. There may be someone listening in California right now to
That's
you on
right.
on our internet platform.
That's right.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And she is back, E.B. Al-Rikabi and Ali Taya. Hey, guys, welcome back.
Thank you.
Before we close the show, what else should we know? What's the last word you want to tell people about your company, Real Property Management in Sugar Land?
Yes, absolutely. So I just want to say something that our clients really, why they really want to work with us. The main successful tip that we've been following is listening. Listening. It is very, very important.
Sometimes they call it active listening. Have you heard that?
Yes, I have. Is the best tool actually that any business owner can utilize and customizing their needs. Because once you're talking an investor or owner and customizing what exactly their expectation and their needs for that particular property, you will do wonders for them. You will they will thank you so much. They will be like, oh, okay, I did not know that. Thank you so much for letting me know about this and doing this for me. Because, again, not all owners would know everything about real estate investing. So we help them.
Sounds good to me. Do you have a final word there, Ali?
Digitizing and systemizing the whole work that we are doing is definitely a key for our success. And if someone would want to manage their own property, I think this would be kind of a deal breaker for them. Having the tools that we have, it's really kind of very advanced thing that we are following here.
And let's tell people once again how they can reach out to you.
Yes, they can definitely visit our office at the Sugar Land Town Square area, or go to our website at rpmsugarland.com. Call our office at 832-333-9923. Again, this is 832-333-9923.
And if I buy the second home, will y'all babysit it for me?
Oh, will be my pleasure.
Sounds good to me. All right, and thank you guys for being with us. Thank you all. Thank you, Kevin Davidson, our Business Development Officer, for bringing EB and the Real Property Management Sugar Land team. In addition, Joyce Eisenberg. Thank you again for listening to the show. I'll remind you once again, go to stewart.com/radio. That's right. That's where you could see and hear the show. But not just this show, but past shows. Again, stewart.com/radio. And as far as real estate transactions, we would be honored to be stewards of your real estate transaction at Stewart Title. Simply go to stewart.com. Wherever you are here in the United States, we're an international company traded on the New York Stock Exchange as STC, serving people here in Houston, Texas, all around with super business development people, escrow officers, in addition, all over the United States. Go to stewart.com. And again, for the radio show, to see and hear the guests, stewart.com/radio. Again, another Go Texan edition. We will see you next week. Thanks for listening. Please tell your friends, and thank you all for being with us.